Hey, what's up with it? This is before, here, after. Today, today, my fellow people. Hope you've been taking care of yourself and doing spectacularly well on your journey. And by well, I mean truly embodying what it is that you want to be doing in this lifetime on your purposefully doing what you want to be doing consciously. So purposefully doing what you're doing consciously. So do what you do on purpose, not just by accident. You don't just walk into your purpose and your meaning in life like that. And there may be some that do, but I find that it's a constant creation that you make to be able to find what it is you want to be doing. Today I want to talk about something real emotional, real, and real truthful with me, which is having an emotional release. And I know that this is a normal thing. This is a normal part of your experience as a human being that you're regularly going to have. But I also notice that there's many people that suppress their emotional release. They push it down, and I know that I've been at a place where I've done that. So I'm here to put some of y'all on this wave of knowing that you are completely okay where you are right now, however you feel, whatever you're thinking. You may feel like hopeless, and you may feel like shit, and you may feel confused, and you may feel broken. I want you to know that it's completely motherfucking okay to feel all of those things. And it's completely right that you do feel all of those things. Now, these emotional releases that we need to have a healthy relationship with ourselves, the body naturally kind of sends it our way. Cause, man, earlier, yo, I had to let it out, cause there's so many things happening within a certain time frame. In just a moment, things were escalating for me and de-escalating, and it was just, I was feeling so many things and thinking so many things that I kind of just had almost like I don't even want to call it like a mental breakdown, to be honest, because it's not even, I don't even want to call it that, to be honest. Fuck that, bro. Like, I felt a certain way, and I was feeling all sorts of ways, and the most natural thing I could have done for myself with the way I was feeling, which was a lot of fucking pain, right? I was feeling a lot of pain, was to let myself cry, yo. Was to let myself cry. I just let myself cry, bro. You know how many motherfuckers out here don't let themselves cry? And you may be one of them right now listening to this. Bro, if you gotta cry, bro, you ain't a bitch. If you really feel something and your body wants to express itself, don't fucking hold yourself back, motherfucker. Don't hold that shit in, because if you hold it in, bro, you are doing a disservice to yourself. If you hold it in, you're saying you don't care about your own feelings, motherfucker. You're saying you don't care about your well-being. You're telling your inner child, and that's a real that ain't just some woo-woo shit, bro. That's real. You got an inner child. If you a grown-ass man or grown-ass woman listen to this shit, you got an inner child. You got your little self from childhood right inside of you. And if you can't talk to it, and if you can't work with it, and if you can't learn about it, you're gonna have a bad relationship with it. which means you is gonna have a lot of fucking problems. And not only that, you are gonna create a lot of problems for other people around you. So if you truly want to get on this self-development journey, and again, if you are watching this video and you ain't on that already, in some level, if you ain't trying to better yourself as a human being, what the fuck you watching this for, bro? Go back right now and go watch Netflix. Like, go back and go watch porn. Like, I could give less of a fuck. I'm not making this shit for people who don't want to listen, who are just fucking ignorant. Like, I could give two fucks about you. Like, yeah, that's that. So if you're serious about changing and growing, part of it is letting yourself be human, which is to understand yourself. It's to understand all of yourself. Now you have an inner child. You have a part of you within that sits there just watching you like, okay, motherfucker, like, what are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna do today? Are we gonna fuck shit up? Like, I don't know. Like, well, what are we supposed to do? Like, I just want to play. Like, I just want to have fun. Like that kid self, you know, that self, that's still you, bro. That's still within you. Now, what happens is when you have a bad relationship with that self, because it's still you, right? Like, it's not like it's a fucking alien. Nah, it's still you. It's still you. And when you have a good relationship with yourself, you'd be able to do way more things than if you didn't have a good relationship. Because when you don't have a good relationship with that child self, what tends to happen is that child self, you may have experienced some sort of trauma as a kid, and you may have experienced some sort of like abuse and trauma. So that trauma, if it's gone unhealed and untended to, if you haven't like looked at your own traumas in your childhood and your past, you are way behind. You need to get on that shit. That just as much as you need to get on your shit financially and physically in life to take care of your health and your wealth, bro, it's just as important to get on your shit emotionally and spiritually. Emotionally consists of also having that good relationship with yourself, all the parts of yourself, including the child self, bro. The child self is you. What, you thought just because you grew up that motherfucker just disappeared? Hell nah, bro. What the fuck? Nah. So you got work to do. You got work to do to build this relationship back up with your child self, because you've been talking mad shit to this dude probably. If you have a good relationship with your child self, then you know exactly, you already understand everything I'm saying. You already get what I'm saying. You already know what's up. You get this shit. This is like just a confirmation for you. But if you don't have a good relationship with your child self, and you're watching this shit right now, bro, like, I hope you know that motherfucker's crying, bro. That dude's in pain. That child self, that you self, he's confused, bro. You remember when you were a kid and there was certain shit that happened in the world and you just felt confused and like lost and like you just wanted to cry and you were like, what the fuck? Like you just felt like confused. Right? That's your child self, bro. That child self feels confused right now. He feels hurt. She feels hurt. She, whatever the fuck. They feel hurt. They feel lost. And especially if you don't have a good relationship with your child self, you ain't even aware of that shit. So the sooner you can become aware of what's happening inside of you, you'll be aware of that child self and what that child self is feeling and going through. So when you can be in alignment with that self and learn to nurture it and take care of it, then you can have an emotional release, because you and that child are one. You are this adult. Now you're this man. Now you're this woman leading this child. You're the alpha to your inner self. You are the alpha of your inner child. You lead the inner child. And alpha doesn't mean a fucking tyrant talking shit to your child self, saying, you a bitch, get on your shit, bitch. Fuck you, you suck. You need to get bit. Like, that masculine like discipline of getting on your shit, and what it's become nowadays, which is being really hard on yourself and beating yourself the fuck up to the point where you don't like yourself no more. You kind of hate yourself. You have a lot of fucking problems. You have anxiety. You have a lot of turmoil. And again, like I said in the beginning of this video, it's completely okay to feel all of those things. It's completely okay to be going through all of those things. The point is that this video is to help you figure out how you can navigate your way around there, have that relationship and that dialogue again with that child self of yours. Now that you got all this knowledge, and now that you got all this like power, right? Because as an adult, you have a level of power that you've gained in the world. Because you used to be this little motherfucker, and now you this little. Now you big this like you bigger. You're bigger. You're physically bigger. You're mentally more. You got more shit going on in your head. And spiritually, honestly, that's a tricky one. Because when you're a kid, your third eye is way more open. And hey, you're having way more fun. But as an adult, you find out the deeper layers of truths of reality. So there's that spiritual contact that you made with the universe as an adult that you might not have made to that depth and the extent that you probably made or have not made now as an adult. And if you haven't made any spiritual depth as an adult or as a grown-ass man or grown-ass woman watching this right now, and you're wait, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? You think time is gonna be on your side? Nah. The universe works. Nature operates. If you don't get with it, then you get eaten. Then you die. And that's okay. There ain't no real reason to fear death at all. Ain't no real reason. I just want you to know that we're all gonna die, yo. And you should be doing everything you can to prepare yourself for death. Because that's what you're doing. You're preparing yourself for death. What does that even mean, right? Because it's like, oh, what? We're born just to die? It's a complicated answer to that question that I didn't even really ask. But, bro. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, hey, learn to, just to summarize everything I just been talking about, learn to talk to your child self, have that dialogue with yourself, and learn to have that release, yo. When your body tells you that you need to release, you need to cry, you need to do whatever it is you need to do. Maybe it's to get your anger out and frustration and fucking just punch pillows or some shit. Just don't hurt no one to get it out. Keep, focus on you, right? Like my last video I was talking about. Focus on you. If you focus on you, you'll be able to avoid all that shit that gets you fucked up. If you focus on you and keep your shit to yourself, you're gonna heal yourself. You're gonna fix yourself. You're gonna work on yourself. You're gonna better yourself. you're gonna come to the present moment with yourself, here in the now. And you're gonna be forever, eternal. So you're perfect. There's actually nothing you need to work on. Simultaneously, you got so much to work on. That's the trippy part. Anyways, I was here before. I'm here now. And I'll be here after.